Hey Drawing One, this is your first project. It's a grid to show pencil grades and line quality, value range, and lots of other techniques. First thing I'd like for you to do is on the back, put your first name, your last name, your bell number, and your table number. Then we're going to fold the paper in half in different directions 3 times. That will give us 8 rectangles. Next, we're going to label the rectangles. First rectangle is going to have the label of pencil grades, then line quality, value range, blind contour, contour, gesture drawing, 1-point perspective, and 2-point perspective. Next, let's experiment with the pencil grades. The different pencils make different marks, different textures. There are different darknesses and lightnesses. First, we'll start with 2H, and you can label that on your paper so you know what it is. 2H will make a lighter line. It has a harder lead, and it's good for technical drawing. Next, we have 4H, which is 1 step up from 2H. It's a little softer, but still very good for technical drawing. Next is HB. HB is in the middle. It's a lot softer, and you can do some nice shading with it. Next, we have 5B. 5B is getting very soft. The Bs are usually on the softer range, and it shades very well, and has a darker lead. Finally, we have the Ebony Jet Black Extra Smooth Pencil, which is more of a graphite, and it can get very, very dark, and it's excellent for shading. So, this is what your pencil grades block may look like. Next, we're going to do line quality. Line quality is important in drawing because you can show depth, you can make variety happen, and it gets a lot of feeling and mood to your drawing. I would like for you to practice drawing lines that vary from light to dark within the line, like this. Okay, try pressing down and easing up and pressing down and easing up, etc. And see what different effects you can get with different pencils, like that. In value range, I want you to draw an object, if you would. I'm going to shade it from dark to light, trying to get it to look 3-dimensional. I'm going to do a sphere. You can do whatever you want. I'm going to start with my ebony and making it very dark, like so, by pressing down hard. Then I'm going to press down a little bit lighter, easing up on the value range and the pressure to get like a medium tone. Then I'm going to press down very lightly, and on the end I might even leave a white highlight spot as if a light was shining on it. You want to try to blend the tones in between each change from light to dark. You could do that by going over them with your pencil. You can blend with your finger. You can use tissue or paper towel, and I also have this thing called a stomp that I'll let you use. This is an example of value range. The next thing we're going to do is blind contour. Blind contour makes for some crazy drawings because you're looking at the object but you're not looking at your paper. The purpose of it is that you're learning how to see. You're really, really studying an object. You're not drawing what you think you see, and you're not looking down at your paper at all. I'm drawing, whoops, I peeked. I'm drawing my keys over there, and I'm going to try to see details. They may not be in the exact correct places, but I'm training my eye to really see what is there. Blind contour drawings tend to look a little awkward, but again, they're a good exercise for practicing, for learning how to actually see what's there as opposed to preconceived notions in your brain about what might be there. So there is my blind contour. Next, I'm going to do a regular contour, and the regular contour is basically the outline of something, but looking for the details You may look down and up at your paper for this one to see where you are on your paper, so you can be a little bit more accurate. It's combining line contour and contour by really concentrating and focusing on doing an observational drawing, but you may look down at your paper. Here's the beginning of a contour piece. Gesture drawing, you're drawing something in movement. For subject matter fish, you can watch a video on your phone and then stop it. School appropriate, of course. You can ask someone to model for you, but the purpose of gesture drawing is to draw action. I'll do a little sample here for you real quick, and it's loose, it's gestural. All the details are not supposed to be here. It's like a skeleton of a drawing. You're just working out the motion. There we go for gesture drawing. Next, one-point perspective. First, you start out with one dot as a vanishing point. Here's a sample of that. And we're going to draw a rectangle directly below the vanishing point, like so. We're going to connect the edges of the rectangle to the vanishing point. And then we're going to draw a horizontal line above. That's one point perspective. It gives a feeling of three-dimensionality, and it was discovered during the Renaissance times. Two-point perspective, you're going to have two dots. It's going to be from a little bit different angle. You go ahead and start with a rectangle below the dots. So we're going to just draw a vertical line. It begins a little bit differently than one-point perspective. Your rectangle is going to begin with a vertical line. Then we're going to take the top and the bottom of that vertical line and draw lines to the vanishing point from it. We're going to do the same thing on the opposite side, like this. Then we're going to do a vertical line on either side, like this. Then we're going to connect to the opposite points from the corner of the lines we just drew. So I'll draw some really dark so you can tell the difference. We went from this corner over to this dot, and we're going to do the same thing over here. We're going to go from this corner to that dot. Once you complete this, if you complete it early, I would like you to try each technique again within the blocks. Try two-point perspective cubes in different places in the block. Try one-point perspective in different places on the block. Do some more gesture drawings, etc. And that is your lesson 1 for drawing 1. Thanks.